right here in Redford. There's no one here, just me by myself, and so I'm kind of bored. My here. Here's one of them right here. If you want to see what some of the most ultra rare, this is way pre-Chicken George. I'm gonna put this on eBay actually. I'm gonna do this whole thing. And this is stuff that some of the first paintings I ever tried to make. Here it is, taken from The Exorcist. This is what I used to do. You know, back in the old days when I first started painting, what I started to do was, I started making like bad surrealistic paintings with cannibals and porn and old horror movies. I loved Fangora magazine. That was one of my all-time favorites. So here's this painting I did in 1990, and I wrote on the back of it, here it is, Exorcist. And so, you know, back in the day, this was probably what would have been outside art. So back, you know, like in 1990, you know, I really wasn't even doing art. I wasn't even trying to go for art. You know, I was just sort of doing this on my own as a hobby. And I made a whole ton of these types of paintings, and they're just sort of all getting wilted and destroyed, and it gets warped. You know, got water damage to it. But I'm gonna throw this thing off, you know, like maybe $19. You can tell there's like there's the two priests, and there's that girl hovering over the bed, and I got into all the bed. I used to do all these kind of bed paintings and interiors back in the old days. So even got some writing on it. I might document it some more, and I don't know. It's just gonna get eaten up by the roaches and bugs. So I'm gonna throw this thing out on eBay and see if anybody wants it. But also there's this other project I'm working on. Well, it's just me sweating, drinking beer on a Saturday night. Justin's not here. There's no one here except for crazy farmers that could come over here and tell me about stuff. And so here it is. This thing I'm working on right now is going to be in my big time show in San Antonio, the Stella House. And I need some help with this. I'm going to do this series about, like, you know, that Bram Barnett painting, that one I talked about earlier. What I'm trying to do is this picture here of all of these heads are going to be floating around inside this thing, and they're all going to be trying to figure out how to break into the house. And this house is like the key. It's all locked up. There's going to be all this conversation about burglary. They're trying to steal and rob this thing. To me, that's why I thought a lot of. I would say people who read. I would say the people that the real inquisiting type people are trying to solve a nut from the robbers or something. They're trying to hide the nuts from the robbers. It gets kind of biblical. I'm trying to make this biblical. If anyone has any advice about how to make, is there anything in the Bible about robbing and stealing out of houses? Maybe y'all can, you know, give me a couple emails and I'll talk to you about this. But it's going to be real circular, like with where all the heads would be like all circling in each other and coming to this house, you know. That's going to be the first piece in this monster show that we'll be doing.
The nigga would have handled that movie different. The nigga would have walked around. What in the fuck is that funky smell? And all that racket upstairs. Is the girl crazy? Smell like shit in here. Some devilish shit at that. You walk in the room. Bitch, what's wrong with you? Get up out of bed, wash your ass, girl.